I'm gonna make like a second one.
Alright, slackers. I'm kidding.
I have a black one.
Jake, would you like a
For Chris.
Okay,
It's
forget
a
it.
test, so he just needs to finish it.
No, that's okay. Got some representation for your names.
Oh, these are
Yeah, there you
Oh yeah, these are all. Wait, you guys don't have a meeting?
go. No,
Sure.
we're just kind of hanging out.
I brought my own because the others disappeared.
Travis,
so I hang on to
I knew this battery didn't work, that's why I asked for the cord, but now it's dead. Can I get a cord?
April might be willing to grab you one out of that.
Thank you.
There's none in there, I would recommend trying the one that Amanda has.
Alright.
Did it work?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, Mr. Freeman.
Kids dissection, like a straight line.
I've been only using it. Were they all on?
They were.
Just somebody turned them on.
I just-
I used to keep two of them on.
Sunshine on a cloudy day.
Go blue, go blue!
Mustard.
No. He's got the maze on. Uncalled for.
Nice
though.
shirt, nice golf shirt.
Oh my God, kid.
Sorry, we're in a meeting, or you come to the academic meeting?
Wayne and Rob. 5 minutes late. Doc and pay.
Wow.
Oh, I know.
You're hardcore.
It's fine.
There.
I mean,
Do you have anyone in their custody besides Chris today?
It's not on there?
I had to get off
Oh.
early.
You guys get the memo?
Did you get any of the kids that I put on there?
The one that I have this year. I'll get that one.
Get it indoors right now. Just settle me down. Settle me. Drink coffee.
What are you drinking coffee for?
So I can calm down.
For a meeting.
Remember.
You have a ribbon?
Chris W is the main.
Exactly.
I'll check it.
But I can't remember it.
Okay.
Isabel's been taken off. You can take her off,
Okay.
so has,
I did.
oh, you already read that part?
I did.
Oh, fabulous, okay,
And
never
Wes,
mind.
thank you.
Yeah, and I don't know Brian A. Is he off of, because he was originally assigned as
He's not on.
he's no longer directed study?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the trip tomorrow.
No, directed study. Keep it up, keep up with the conversation, Travis.
He was assigned there for.
Keep it
IPs,
up, keep
and
it
he said
up.
he's done with them.
Keep it up. Keep
Oh,
It-
wow.
You know that cheer. Come on.
I don't know.
That's the Bonnie Sterry cheer.
Do you want to give him a ride home?
Wow.
I know, look at this.
U-L-G-Y, you big capital L-I, you ugly. Boom, boom, you ugly.
Wow.
Did we get a refill over here?
Give me an R. Give me an 8.
Whose cheap meds have you been borrowing?
I know.
You guys are so jealous. It's called endorphins, you know, a little bit of exercise might stimulate something in your own bloodstream.
I could use
I know, I'm totally.
I work out.
Oh, I'm not talking to me.
Was somebody
Yeah,
questioning
but
your
you're never
fitness?
that happy and go lucky anyways, man.
No matter what, no matter how hard you. Yeah, we're not recognizing your legs at all.
We were just questioning Meadows' level of fitness.
You did shit today.
I was looking for.
A watch.
You talking,
I
Steph?
don't have one.
Was there a printout from Jake about his?
Jack came and picked
Jack?
up two
There was one from
about 2 minutes ago.
Jake about his class. He printed supposed to print it out up here.
Was it a schedule? Like a
Yeah, it
1
was
through
like
5?
it's how much he's done in his BYU class and at what percentage.
Was it about this much of the page? Because there's a copy of it. The copy of it looks like. I don't know what it said. I just remember it just came off the printer when I was in there. I don't know.
No, it should be more than that.
Pretty short.
There were 2 pages printed just right at the end of class, and the top one looked like something Jack had done on working out. And I just assumed they were both together. I didn't really look at the second one. But I see they're gone, so he may have taken it.
He showed me on his laptop where it was, and I put that in the best notes, and that's really what matters now. I just have them printed off so I can keep it in my file.
Right.
Well, by my watch, I guess we'll get started and not wait on Dwayne. We do have a clock here, so I guess we can use that. I'm not really one to stamp and jump up and down, and I'm not going to, and I never will. As your supervisor, I'm not really one to be that way. I think we're all professional. We all have philosophies. We all know each other fairly well. We're getting to know each other, and we're getting to know each other better all the time. I would say that from my experience on this planet, at the ripe old age that I arrived to yesterday, that time is more significant at certain parts of the day than others. And like some of you put in extra time at a myriad of different parts of the day throughout the week, whether it's CBW or the normal term, and there are a million reasons that you could get back time at specific places. However, I would not recommend this time in the morning and this time around noon. Not that you would try to do that. I'm talking about representation. How, if you are here at school, which all of you have done this to some degree at some point in time, you leave when you need to leave. And it might be here, or it might be here, or it might be whenever, and you communicate that well, and I appreciate that. That is not as impactful on our place as this time, not just our place, but on you and on us as a group and on the kids and what they see and all those things. So short, simple, I think that's my philosophy. It's not the same everywhere. Not every person would say the same thing right now. But I know that I hear, and I don't always share it well, I hear the reverberations of appreciation when you're able to, in your morning slumber, help push kids out of the house in the morning and at noon after lunch. And it's not the best time because you don't feel like doing it. Nobody really does. That's the part of the dilemma, because our kids are cranky in the morning. They don't want to go to class. And we don't always want to go to class either. But anytime that you can do that at the 7:45, 7:55, and some of you get your way earlier, and that's all philosophy stuff, and I trust your professionalism with all that, but I'm just saying that the impact of 2 minutes here compared to 3 hours here is much bigger on the big, much more impacting on the big picture in comparison to maybe the 3 hours you spend prepping afterwards, which is great for you and great for our kids, but it's not as the energy, it affects the energy. You're able to set tones here. This is tone setting for the day and for the afternoon as a whole. I'll just let it lie at that. I brought it up. It's prideful for me. And I don't have any less pride at 8:02 than I do at 7:45, but I just recognize this over time. Supervisors have talked to me about that and said, hey, my mentoring teacher, the teacher that I look up to, the one that sticks out in my mind, this guy I worked with about 10 years ago. He's a little younger than me, and I based some of my teaching models that I used off of him. And about twice a semester, I'd get to school, and the kids would be lined up outside of his room, well into first period, probably about 4 times a year. And I never really knew why. But it didn't take away from me knowing that he was the best teacher. And I guess that doesn't really reflect you as a teacher. It's just where we work, and I think it's impactful in supporting everyone else. So,
Does everyone else know that it's 12:40 though?
oh, I don't, that was just, actually, I didn't even know, is it 12:40?
It is.
It is 12:40.
Okay.
It's supposed to start at 12:40. After lunch.
And I,
That's why I try to get them at 12:35.
yeah. I mean, the 5 minutes early, better than 2 minutes later, or 10 minutes, but your time is valuable, and so I'm not here to argue that. But I think it is 12:40. Back when we changed that, I think that the try or the attempt at one point was for 12:30, and I was like, well, you took 10 minutes from us at the end of the day. That's the whole, 2:55 instead of 2:45 thing instead of 12. We want to keep that 10 minutes somewhere, so we can have it. And that's why meeting time, like, there's no way we're going to be on time for a 3 p.m. meeting when we have them because we changed it from 2:45 to 2:55. And that goes for everything else too. You know that when we have a huge staff meeting, or like tomorrow, if it's a staff meeting day, when have those ever started at 4 o'clock? I mean, I don't know that I would call one of them starting at 4 o'clock. And it's not about that. Those times aren't about that. That's about us setting the tone for the day. And
I didn't even say that those times are important. Like if the people that are in charge can't start a meeting on time, it's kind of difficult.
it's a flow.
It's a tone setter.
Right. And we don't, and that's a bit of a cultural thing here. It's something that we've all talked about, a standard. I'm not necessarily talking about a group standard, although I love a high academic group standard, but this is more of like, what's your personal standard and how are you pulling it up or letting it suffer at the face of mediocrity. But, okay, so that we are once a month meeting, we don't get too far away. There's pass these out. These are all of your, if you sent this to me, a couple of you verbalized this and we had a conversation. So if you're not on there, it's because we just talked. These are all your comments about where are we? How did I title that? What do you see
What's
for?
the next?
We did two things. We did where do you see us going? What do you see us doing? And I was trying to get at some point to development of maybe a mission statement, but they don't really tie to the feedback I got because I didn't word it very well for you. But what I got was awesome. So I got a ton of comments here, and I just thought it was a good time. You get a ton of emails, you get hundreds of emails flowing through your inbox, or it just gets out of hand. And so I wanted to print them off so you'd have a copy. You can kind of look through what everybody said. And so as we're visiting and talking about students, at some point before we leave today, I want to get to where we create an academic mission. And I've got I hope I brought it in. Got a little thing to fill out where you can put that in it, or we'll just write it. But mission statements. Every school in the world has a mission statement. Ours is. Anybody know any of the words from it?
Pursue maturity and success.
And I think it changed since then to now it's like it's
It's
Yeah.
changed.
yeah now well you'll see them presented in different places, but there's one opportunities and
Northwest Academy creates opportunities to pursue maturity and success. Is our mission statement.
but I don't think that's the one that's under the picture currently about younger adolescents that you mentioned. So I don't know that that's
That
the
one's
mission
no
statement.
longer.
It's
This
no
is
longer?
the-
They
This
go
is
away?
the correct one.
So opportunities What?
To pursue
to pursue maturity and success. But I'd like to come up with one that's more specific to academics overall. What's that?
We'd be good.